Hey, I'm Kev. Welcome back to MotoGP 20 as we're on the Misano World Circuit. Marcus Simoncelli, after a decent race in Silverstone. Chain qualifying wasn't good, but it seems like Stone's got pace here as Marcus at the top, then Stone in second with Quartaro, Dovi, Rins, Vinales, Rossi, Coccio and Bagnaia, and Espargaro in the top 10. Impressive from the Italian there in 9th. And then we've got Nakagami, Morbidelli, Petrucci, Miller, Mir in 15th. Then Oliveira ahead of Paul Espargaro, Zarco, Binder and Ica. Then Iannone, Alex Marquez and Tito about as less than 1.5 seconds covers the field. So in second practice, Marquez not at the top. It's Quartaro ahead of Rossi. Oh, the home fans were happy about that. And then we've got Marquez, Vinales, Rins, Dovi, Stone down in 7th. Couple tenths back. Time's actually a bit slower in second practice as well. Then we've got Crutcher, Elisa Spargo once again doing a superb job. Nat Priya, Nakagami in 10th. And then Bagnaia, Morbidelli, Miller, Petrucci, Mir, Paul Spargo ahead of Oliveira, Zarco, Ica. Alex Marquez into the top 20. It was still 1.2 seconds back. Then Rabat, Iannone and Brad Binders. Now it's just 1.259 seconds separating the field. It's getting ridiculous. We've got me heading straight to qualifying now instead of doing free practice free. So here goes Stone then. They've got one of the best riders this weekend. Top 4 in practice overall times. So you can convert that into at least a second row start for the race. Let's be nice and gentle through the first few corners. And then for the right hand, you've got some bumps to contend with there. Working very early into the right. It's so easy to outbrake yourself through there. Just got to carry the rhythm through. He's double right. Then through the left onto the back stretch. And now you can breathe. At least until this tight hairpin. Bit wide from the Stone to get on a power nice and early. You see, that's his sector. The second and third sector seems to be his strong sectors. First sector a bit slow. Last sector a bit slow. Using all the engine braking. And in one final corner goes so easy run wide here. Nice to hit the curb on the inside, a bit wide on the outside though. Head towards the line. 31.9. That's it. Remarkably only good enough for 5th, even though he's a 10th behind Marquez. Can he find a 10th on his second and final qualifying effort? Already a bit wide. And a bit wide there as well. It's just making sure he hit the apexes. A bit wide there as well. It's already 4 tenths down. As Quartararo down, I've seen quite a lot of falls in practice. And Bagnaia down as well. So we'll see if that figures into the race. And now Rossi. What the hell's going on? We're playing Fall Guys here instead of MotoGP at the moment, as this is not the lap for Stone. It's now Crutch. What is... That's like half the field here. Over half the field. Dovi's down as well. Oh, and Stone! We kind of hope Stone is fit enough to take the race, as Marquez on pole ahead of Dovi. Quartaro, Rossi, Stone with his first top 5 in MotoGP, I believe. And then Vinales on the second row as well. And look, a 10th behind and just 9 thousandths off a front row. And then we've got Rins, Crutchlow, Nakagami. Right behind is LCR teammate. And then Espargaro, Bagnaia and Morbidelli on the 4th row. So for the race, we actually had mediums on for race practice. And they were pretty damn good. But as you can see, track temperature a bit softer. Bit cooler, shall we say, than it was in practice. But I still think probably a medium soft combo will be the best to do, or it could be soft medium. It does seem like the soft front only lasts like a couple of laps and it goes off, but mediums really turn on in the middle part of the race. Should go medium actually. Just go safe. Just go safe. And a little bit of fuel as well. As we look at the rest of the field, hard, medium, hard, soft for Quartararo, but medium rest of the way. And hard, medium, hard for Rins. Wow, real variation here during the field. Hard mediums, hard mediums, freaker, but medium seems to be most of the fields. So here's Stone revving up then from the second row. Nice clear field, that first corner to get underway for 7 laps. And it's like the whole shot devices are working on those Yamahas and Rins as well. No, where's Vinales as well? Quartararo. A slow start. Thanks, Vinales. Stone into the back of Dovi. He gets back past Rins. Oh, great getaway onto the back stretch up to 4th. It's Rossi up to 2nd. Oh, the home crowd will be very happy with that. As Marcus leads the way. Stone very close to Dovi there. Dovi looking back. Should be looking ahead, man. But he'll be losing 3rd to a rookie on a Hertz Suzuki here. What a superb opening lap for Stone. Got the 2 champions in front of him. Oh my god, what's the braking into the first corner? Dobby comes back. Stone holds on, or Rossi a bit wide in front. Now this is a test for Stone. 1.2 second gap in front, half a second behind to Dovi. How long until he closes this gap? Substitution Rins battle over 8. Did go into the top 20 ahead of Rabat. Now 9 tenths to Rossi. As Rins once again up to 8. Not the top Suzuki today. Similar of Rossi in that 3rd sector. That's Marcus slipping down the order. Good exit from the final corner. Marcus with the fast lap though, 32.4. The Stone's 32.9. The Stone catching up to Rossi though. Once again very wide from the Yamaha in front. He's got him 9 tenths by the Ducati. He's put away from Dovi. And this is when the tyres should be coming in now, these medium tyres and these middle laps. I don't think anyone's beating Marcus. We're about to have a battle for second here. Between the oldest man on the grid and the least experienced man on the grid. As he approached the halfway mark here in Misano. Oh, Rossi a bit wide there. Stone takes a look. Gets a 3/10 penalty there for using the curbs. Good job. So he's not got to just get past Ross, he's also got to build a gap now. As he's breathing down the neck of the Yamaha. Second gap behind to Dovi. We go down the back stretch. Oh, and Stone goes for the dive. Runs a bit deep. But I think he might have blocked Rossi. Not able to make the move back. It's the home hero. As there's 2.7 second gap in front to Marquez. The Stone to close up. In the second half of this race, Samir Nakangami are battling hard. Played out a 3-second cap. There's a penalties now up to half a second. He must have cut a corner somewhere, Stone. Marquez 32 flat. Stone with a 32.8 that. No one's matching the world champ. And of course, Marquez and Rossi only MotoGP champions in the field now. With Lorenzo retired, in quotation marks. From 5 years ago, having what's the late great Nicky Hayden, I think, his last season. We went over the World Superbikes and Lorenzo as well, winning. There's Nakagami down. Batting hard for the points, battled too hard. So is Miller. And here's Premack. Stone building the gap to Rossi. Yeah, we're just 2 MotoGP champs. Gonna have a third one this year. As Mark is into the 31s now. Stone with 32.3. So he's showing decent pace, is Stone in onto penultimate lap here. With a long race here, Misano. 7 laps long. But Stone doing a superb job at the moment to get a very well-deserved podium here. As he's 3/4 second ahead of Rossi. Just needs to consolidate this second. Doesn't need to push for first. Because that is not viable in this race. As he's seen so many times with Marquez. Just a class off the field on his Honda. Stone had another couple of tenths to his penalty there. And then slightly wide. It's up to 3/4 of a second now. So he's got to be careful in this final lap. Can't afford to make any mistakes. So here we go then. Final lap time. 31.6 for Marquez, 31.8 from Stone. He's trying to match the world champion here. Or just pushing with all those time penalties. Build the gap to Rossi behind. Using some fuel for the first time. Can't you have had it in that half litre? He's got 1.5 seconds behind to Rossi, 4 seconds to Marcus. So he's actually picked at Marcus quite well in these last couple of laps. Back quicker. And that's set to the Marcus. So Alicia Spargo down. And into the final corner. Oh, Brad Binder as well. It's all about Marc Marquez. At a 31.6 on the final lap. So Marquez wins ahead of Stone, who... Oh, did he grab the first? Oh, he didn't quite grab the first lap, but he's quicker than Marcus on that final lap as he's 4.6 seconds back in the end. Thanks to the time penalties, but still a superb podium ahead of Rossi, Dovi, Vinales ran out top 5 ahead of Crutchlow. Decent race for the LCR. Ahead of Quartararo, dropped down the order. Then you've got Petrucci, Rins, Alex Marquez in the top 10 as Mir did the fastest lap in the end. Ahead of Bagnaia, Morbidelli, Paolo Spargo and Zarco grabbing the final point. Ahead of Mida, Livia Rabati, Inoni, Ika and Nakagami, with Binder and Espargaro not finishing. So in the championship, Marquez leads the way by 40 points ahead of Dovi. And then a huge gap to Vinales. Rossi up to 4th now ahead of Quartararo after that superb podium. Then we've got Crutchlow, Rins, Mida, Stone, the big winner though, up into the top 10 ahead of Petrucci and Morbidelli. Unfortunately, he's 63 points off the top 5, which the team wanted at the end of the season, so I'm not sure if he can do that. But hey, if he continues to ride it like this, you never know. And you've got Nakagami, Mir, Alex Marquez up to 14th ahead of Zarco, Bagnaia up ahead of Oliveira, and it's Ika, Spargo, Leash, Binder, Polo, Spargo, Rabat, and Inoni. And then in the team's championship, Yamaha lead the way once again by 6 points ahead of Ducati, and it's Honda, Pro Tuners, Yamaha, Suzuki, Pramac, LCR Honda, Hertz Suzuki, head of LCR Honda Japan, and then KTM Tech 3, Avintia, KTM, and Aprilia Gresini. But on the constructors, Honda lead the way by 40 points, and then it's Yamaha, Suzuki, KTM, and Aprilia.
It was a very intense weekend, and finally, the moment has come for the riders who put their talent on show to celebrate. With such an exciting race, these three guys deserve the applause of everyone under the podium.
What a superb weekend for Stone. Look at that reputation rise once again. Decent amount of credits as well. Back over 500,000. And perfect on distance analysis once again. Got the quick lap sim. Couldn't quite get the race sim, but still lots of research points earned. And if we advance another week, actually, can we do anything with the frame? Apart from this node? Can we do anything else? No. What about for the electronics? Not quite. Oh, not quite actually. You could almost do that. So that new mapping maximizes the power delivery by the engine. So opening the gas command. Version of the anti-wheelie. And then refresh rate bend distance. The higher the efficiency of the electronic system. Okay. So next up then we got a double header. Beginning with the Gran Premio de Aragon round the Motorland Aragon circuit in Spain. Our third visit of the season. But Stone on a high. So had some good results recently. Had some good races. Let's see if he can continue good form next time. So thanks for watching. We'll find out then.